Hey guys, it's Riley, and today I want to discuss a very specific movement I tried the other day that was brought to my attention. So if you've been watching this YouTube channel at all, you know in the Q&A video and in the bodybuilder tier list video, I talk very highly of the bodybuilder Mike Mentzer. And a couple months back, while reading his high intensity training book, on page 132, Mentzer describes the palms up close grip pull down as the best bicep exercise there is in the world. Now this philosophy confused me a little bit on the way down. I couldn't see it working that well. So I went online and I was looking for videos of him talking about it, and I found this video that I will play right now.
Well, let's look at the pull downs. While most people think of them exclusively as a lat exercise, and they are very good for the lat, they are also very effective in working the rear delt. And it just so happens to be true, audience, the close grip palms up pull down is the best bicep exercise in the world, better than any curl you can do. Here's why. When you do a curl, whether it's a barbell curl, a nautilus curl, a dumbbell curl, whatever, you're working this muscle around a single joint axis, the elbow, which is why the stress is limited exclusively to the lower bicep, if you've noticed. When doing a close grip palms up pull down, on the other hand, you're working the bicep around the joint, the elbow joint, and the shoulder. The muscle is contracting more uniformly from both ends.
So later I kind of forgot about it. I'm like, oh, that's cool. I'll try that in the gym someday, and I kind of forgot about it. But then I was watching a Sam Sulek video, and I saw him talking about this same movement.
Well, I guess not Mentzer's style, but he's kind of the one who popularized it. He's kind of making a resurgence nowadays, but some close grip underhanded pull downs.
At this point, these are two people that I really look up to, I really respect, and I thought, okay, I gotta try this. I gotta see what the hype's all about. So here, I want to share my opinions on this exercise itself. So today I tried a couple different variations of this lift, and I want to share with you guys what I found worked best, what I found worked worst, and somewhere what I think of the exercise in total. I started by just going to the lat pull down bar and taking a reverse close grip like Mentzer says, starting up here, keeping my back out of the equation and contracting my biceps. But really I was feeling this more in my forearms of just holding the bar. My forearms were getting more tense than my biceps were, and I felt it about just as much in my back and lats as I was my biceps. So I was already training biceps, I had my wrist wraps in my pocket, so I thought, okay, I'll just put them on, let's see how this movement feels. So I did the same movement, the close reverse grip pull down with wrist wraps on, and it felt about the same. I felt it primarily in my forearms just from holding the bar, and then secondary, probably my back, not feeling my biceps much at all. But the lat pull down bar we have in my gym, it has these little, it's not completely straight, it's got these like handles on it, and the handles were kind of in a weird placement, so I'm like, I have a different idea. And I went and I got a straight bar, which you would use for like tricep press downs. I put that on the lat pull down machine, lined it up, and just with nothing on my wrist started doing the movement. This definitely felt a lot better than the first with the lat pull down bar. I felt it still a lot in my forearms, but my back was almost out of the equation because it made me hold so close together and how it placed my wrists. Where on the way down, I felt primarily my forearms, but my biceps were more in the equation. At this point, I've already invested 20 minutes into this project, so I thought, okay, I'm gonna get my lifting straps, I'm gonna come up with the straight bar, I'm gonna put my lifting straps around it, and try to take my forearms out of the equation. And I have to say, doing this movement with the straight bar instead of the lat pull down bar with my lifting straps really did feel good on my biceps. I got a really good contraction at the end, and I felt my whole bicep. There was a really good burn and squeeze. I was really loving this movement. Now the stretch at the top is a little awkward because it's not like the tension going down on a preacher curl or a dumbbell curl, because it's pulling up, where the tension, if you really want to stretch, you do feel it more in your back. It's a lot more about the contraction. As for using this movement for like bottom-ended partials where you go down, contract up to maybe your eyes or eyebrows and back down, that would be a really good burnout. Overall, the idea takes a lot of work because I don't know if you've ever had to do double reverse grip and use lifting straps, but it's not very easy. You know, it's easy like this on a lat pull down bar to just put them around or like a deadlift, but going like this and getting your lifting straps on is a little difficult to do. Not to mention you need to use a lot of weight. Like in the gym, I'm typically curling about the 40-pound dumbbells, so I was expecting to do like 75 pounds on this movement, and I ended up doing more like 180 pounds for 10 to 16 reps. If you're an advanced lifter, I could see very easily the stack not nearly being enough for this lift. Overall, what did I think of the exercise itself? I thought it was very different. You never see a bicep exercise like that, where it's always a form of a curl, and I liked the variation of the exercise, although I don't feel as if, for me personally trying it, it was the most effective. In Mentzer's video, he talks about the bicep contracting more because instead of the tension just being on your elbow, it's spread between your elbow and your shoulder, which gets a more even contraction of the bicep instead of just the bottom end. I'm not gonna pretend like I even know if that's true or not. I do know Mentzer was known for just saying a lot of smart things and then making some things up just out of the blue for no reason. And I have a feeling that this might be one of those times. But if you know more about the concept of that idea, comment below. I'll pin your comment if it sounds to be correct. Otherwise, overall, I would not recommend this movement, although I would recommend you try it. It doesn't feel very effective. I could see where some people it could be hard on the joints, but it's definitely a cool change of pace, and if it works for you, that's fantastic. I do think anyone that has not tried this exercise should go try it. This video was just me shining light on an exercise and a lift that I don't think many people knew of or even thought about, and I think it's a pretty cool lift just to try and just to see if it works for you. If you try it, you like it, you don't like it, comment down below. I'm really curious to see what you have to say. Let me know if you like the lat pull-down bar variation that Mentzer and Sam used, or if you tried the straight bar version I was doing, if you like that. If you didn't know, I'm very new to YouTube. I just started this channel, but I've been on Instagram for over a year now. Go follow me over there at OtterBoxer101. That is my main platform. I respond to all my DMs. And with that being said, I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.